Hello, it did it. There we go. We're live, back on the Give Me a Hull Yeah podcast. Myself, Dom, and the mighty Dan Hargreaves. We are here for the first episode of AEW Collision. Dan, potentially a monumental moment in wrestling history. The return of CM Punk. Are we going to see another pipe bomb? We're obviously going to see CM Punk in action. What else are we going to see? What other blockbuster action are we going to see tonight on the very first episode of AEW Collision? Me and Dan are going to be debating that right after this message from one Darby Allin.
God, I just listened to this whole podcast. It was terrible. I feel like my ears are gonna bleed.
What'd you say? This is Darby Allin, and you're listening to Give Me a Hull Yeah podcast.
Yeah, I'm back, baby. This is good fun. I miss doing this. I miss this, Dan. I missed you too. We had to rush because I was like, oh yeah, it's 10 minutes till we start. So I was like, let's just go. But then I was like, I haven't even asked Dan how he is. How are you, Dan?
I'm not doing too bad. Busy day at work. Well, I say busy day at work, but I was working in Selby, so the travel was a little bit more of an annoyance. But I'm good. I'm good. Back here with you guys.
Did you get yourself, Dom? Did you get some Tim Hortons? They have a Tim Hortons in Selby now. It's changed my life. Sometimes.
When it first opened, I went there and I was super disappointed with the service, so I refused to go there again.
Okay, I've heard different things. I will sacrifice a lot of things for good donuts, and I do, and the coffee's great too. So I love that. But you see, you've had a busy day. We have loads of people in. Thank you all for spending your time with us, and thank you to Dan for joining me. It has been a busy few weeks. I've had loads of counselling work, loads of clients. I've had loads of Sounds Fair stuff to do. We're deep into summer where we're working with a lot of young people. So obviously that's why one of the reasons I've had to step back from doing so much on the podcast. So it has been a very busy time, but whenever I can get back, I will try and do so. And tonight it felt like an important time, Dan. Like I said in that intro, a very, very unique time, a very, very important time in wrestling history. I don't know what your thoughts are on tonight. You shared a little bit with me before we went live. So tell me a little bit again. Now we're live. Now we've got some people in. How are you feeling about this? What are your? You mentioned being a little bit apprehensive, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, when Punk originally debuted in AEW, what is it now? Almost 2 years ago. It shook the ground of wrestling because it was CM Punk. It was back in wrestling after 7 years, and I always go back to a few little bits that Triple H said in a promo against CM Punk. And when Brawl Out happened, with the sort of press conference, a lot of things rang true with what Triple H actually said at the time. And looking back now, again, I've still got the same apprehension because Triple H is quoted as saying, CM Punk is only interested in wrestling as long as he is bettering it for himself. And when you look at something that was said 10 years ago, I think it was 11 years ago, and CM Punk took his ball and went home because he didn't like what was happening. I understand that other people have done the same thing, but he only came back to wrestling because he felt like he could help these new guys put on a great show. I mean, Darby Allin match that he had in his first pay-per-view match back was amazing.
It was.
But then he comes out and he shoots on a lot of people in a setting that they don't have the position to defend themselves, which I thought was a very bad move from a veteran of CM Punk's era. So I think that him coming back into the business, there's only something that he's going to gain from that, and I think that is where the apprehension is. I want him to just go out there, wrestle, and have absolutely amazing matches.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And I just want to say again, thank you to the people that are in with us now, including Dan Reed, of course, from Eve Riot Girls of Wrestling. A pleasure to have you with us, Dan. Dan the Wizard. Lee is in. Luke is in. Like I said, I've been flashing up the comments. We've got loads of comments from you guys. Thank you so much. Like you say, I rewatched the press conference earlier on, and he was talking. Punk was talking about sort of nurturing new talent, nurturing new guys. In that, obviously not necessarily the best words towards a guy like Hangman Page and obviously the EVPs at the time. But certainly his desire to nurture talent. So let's see what happens. Let's see if Punk comes back and his priorities are different. Maybe he does. Maybe one of the conditions of him being back is to nurture and to coach and support new talent. And maybe that is what we're going to get. Maybe that is the new Punk we're going to get. And I'm curious to see, like I say, as someone that's sort of dipping in and out of wrestling at the moment, this is an exciting time and it's an exciting thing to watch. And I believe we will see some exciting stuff, tonight. And beyond. Some lovely news from Misfit Gamer. Chris Hero is at AEW for a trial run. That's wonderful. Chris Hero is a great talent. How's Punk's attitude really any different to those of a number of bigger stars of the era like Hogan, Warrior, Goldberg? Yeah, that's a very interesting point, Dan.
The argument that I'd have against that is Hogan, Warrior, and Goldberg never basically tore their CEOs or their bosses to shreds on a public forum, whereas Punk did. Punk went in on the EVPs of the company. Hogan never went in on Vince McMahon. He never went in on Bischoff. Or was his bosses?
I think they did. They did in script form, I believe.
But not as a shoot promo, going up against the sort of biggest people of the company.
Yeah, it's an interesting point. So Dan's going to correct you. Dan is going to correct you, Dan. And I'm sure we'll get to that shortly. And Peter is in as well. Says hello, Sassy. We've got some comments again from Misfit there. Peace from NYC, guys. Love watching pro wrestling with my guys from the UK. Peter, thank you so much for being here, mate. Honestly, it makes all the difference. Like I said, it's lovely for me to come back and remind myself why we started this. This community is why we're here, why it's worth being up at 1 a.m. with less than 10 seconds to go now to the launch of the first episode of AEW Collision, Dan. And like I say, I've said this many times on record, I love being here with you, mate. Thank you so much for making the time for me. You've had a busy day. It's been a busy time, and it's an absolute pleasure to be here with you. So we are watching live. I'm having a little bit of an issue with my stream. Now I remember what it's like doing. I haven't watched AEW for a while, but yeah, it's nice. It's working now. We're okay. It's good. I remember some issues with the Fight Network now. Yes, nice little intro for AEW Collision, Dan. That stage looks lovely.
I was going to say, I didn't know if I was watching it on Fight because mine seems to have logged me out and I can't remember what the password was.
Okay, yeah, I don't have. So I'm using Anthony's. Thank you to Anthony, who's at work right now. He has gifted me his Fight password. I will forward that to you.
Thank you very much.
Nice internal admin issues, as we are used to. The CM Punk chance. We missed you. Are we going to get the same? Yes, here he is out. Look at that crowd roar. The crowd roar down there for CM Punk. I'm not sure you can actually hear it, but it's amazing. I'm just going to message Dan this, guys, and then I will tell you all about this for those that aren't. Here he comes. Mr. CM Punk is out here. He's in his wrestling gear. He's got some boots around his neck. Of course, the iconic theme. He's just stood there confidently, shaved his head, freshly shaved as CM Punk, enjoying the adulation of the crowd. I hope you are all enjoying this too, guys. Great to see. Obviously, what a great commentary team as well. You've got JR You've got Nigel McGuinness here as well.
That to me is one of the best things. Is Nigel
Yeah.
McGuinness again? I think he's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. There you go. Kevin Kelly as well. Kevin Kelly in there. Of course, he is also on the commentary team. That's great. Kevin Kelly, Nigel McGuinness, and JR to comment on the first episode. Michael's happy. So we are going to get not only a CM Punk match tonight, but a CM Punk promo. We'll come back to Dan's comments. Obviously, some lovely insight here from Dan as well. We always appreciate it. Thank you.
There we go. I'm up.
You're all set. I forgot about Christ in the kitchen, Peter. There you go. So there are some similarities between Hogan and Punk. Thank you for that, Dan. Appreciate your viewpoint. All right. He's got a microphone, guys. Punk's got a microphone.
So I think I'm a few seconds ahead of you now.
Yeah, CM Punk is tired of being nice, he says. Okay, so Punk is talking about a business, the professional wrestling business. A business of grown-ups. Never been a popularity contest.
Yeah, surely it's been a popularity contest.
CM Punk wants to talk about his past. Oh, some booze. Some booze now. CM Punk talking about how many times he's sold out buildings in Chicago, Dan. Obviously, that is Chicago, but not only see Chicago around the world.
Yeah.
CM Punk calling his fans a crazy bastards.
Some of them are. Some of them are definitely crazy.
CM Punk is tired of being nice. He's repeating that.
Is this the heel turn promo, do we think?
I think so. So he's now putting over the fans. So he's calling the fans smart and passionate, which we don't always see. I love you because you love me. This is some cult CM Punk stuff.
Yeah.
CM Punk has never compromised. He's not going to apologize. Couldn't have done all of this. Oh, some people that hate me for some reasons that you all love me. So we're going to get some of that maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, this is definitely heelish, Dan. The sheer magnitude of me makes people uncomfortable.
It's a very egotistical promo as well, though.
It is. I am the truth, and the truth is painful. This is cult leader Punk. What's in the red bunk? What's in the red bag here?
Oh, have you heard the chant? F the elite.
The elite. Wow. This is This is cult leader Punk, man. This is good. This is solid heel work from Punk. Oh, counterfeit books. One true and genuine article in a business field of counterfeit books. Wow.
That is. I wonder if that's been cleared by the books.
I don't know, man. I don't know how much. It depends how much you believe this is all the work or not. You know, which we'll get to. We'll ask, and we'll put that in. In fact, we'll do a little vote for you after the promo about how many of you think it was a work. The King is back, laughing. We're all sorry, guys. We're a bit quiet. We're just kind of taking this in.
Let's get a poll going.
Yeah, just yeah. Thank you, Dan. Just the question is, you know, what was the question again? I can't remember what the question was.
We think the CM Punk promo is a shoot.
Yeah. No. If we think this whole thing was a work, was
is a work, okay.
Was Brawl Out a work? CM Punk will never compromise, repeating a lot of the same words, reminding us that he is not going to compromise. We are currently watching Collision, Matthew. Unfortunately, we can't show it. We'd be banned from YouTube, but we'll be here to comment on it. We're currently using Fight to watch it. If you feel I owe you an apology, here it is. I'm sorry, the only people softer than you are the wrestlers you like. Wow, okay. Tell me when I'm telling lies, repeating again. It's very, 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 very clever. A lot of repetition. Elite versus FTR and Punk. Give it to me. Wow.
What do we think's in the bag?
CM Punk's giant bollocks.
Title.
CM Punk talking about the title. He earned it. He won the dog collar match. Talk about referencing that dog collar match. Sorry, guys, got a bit of hay fever. So he's still got the belt. He still claims to have the belt until somebody beats him for it.
So it's Larry the dog, in it, Dan. He was one of the people. Well, the dog was one of the people that was technically involved in the All Out aftermath. So he's put his dog on his T-shirt.
Yeah. So it's until there's somebody that can fill the boots, they're going to stay on his feet until somebody could come in and fill those boots. That was it. Tell me when I'm telling lies. I wonder what the significance of that phrase is. Keeps repeating it. I'm assuming it's to do with, of course, the.
So could it be a little bit of a reference to Bobby Fish? Because I know him and Bobby Fish have had quite a lot of history of hatred, and one of the phrases that Bobby Fish said was, "Where's the lie?"
Yeah.
And then Punk saying, "Tell me when I'm telling lies." So it's basically they're both saying, "I'm not lying," obviously in a different wording.
There you go. So Dan guessed that one. Cartoon of his dog, Larry. Yeah. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you all for spending this time. We do have a trios match tonight. Robinson, Jay White, and Samoa Joe versus FTR and Punk. It's going to be crazy.
I mean, that's a dream match in anyone's company.
It is. It is, mate. It is, mate. Absolutely. So we've got We got the Christian promo talking about the TNT Championship, which was cost by Arn Anderson. Then Luchasaurus getting involved. Oh yeah, that was cool. I hadn't seen that before. Arn Anderson biting the thumb of Luchasaurus. That's great. Yeah, wearing Bret Hart style tights. Very nice little moment there. Nice notes there, Misfit Gamer. Good shout. I do love Christian, mate. I think Christian's fantastic. He's just done an incredible job.
He's doing good heel work. I think he deserves a bit better. I know he's going to the point where he's winding his own personal career down, but he's using that to elevate someone in Luchasaurus, which is a great thing. But I would prefer to see him more in the ring than out of the ring, in all honesty. I enjoy him cutting a promo, but I don't think he's the best.
I think he's incredible personally, but yeah, I love his in-ring work too. He's an all-time great, you know. Christian Cage and then Luchasaurus as well. So Kane style Luchasaurus. So there's a 20-minute time limit on this match. I'm assuming it's going to be a squash.
Yeah.
Oh, it's for. Oh yeah, it's Luchasaurus. I reckon he might win this because they need a talking point. I think Luchasaurus is going to win this, mate.
Yeah.
Punk is a better promo than most of today's wrestlers. That's an interesting take. Yeah, I think he is. So the debut episode of Collision, Kevin Kelly and Nigel McGuinness, and JR is around somewhere, I guess. I'm just gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Apologies, guys. I get really bad allergies in the summer. Here comes Wardlow. I've been kind of underwhelmed. You know, I've been kind of underwhelmed by Wardlow's championship run. I don't know how you feel, Dan.
I think when he came back after sort of beating CM Punk a while back, I think he got lost a little bit. No, MJF, sorry. So he beat MJF, and then I think he got injured, so they didn't really follow up on that story too well.
Yeah.
And then when he came back, it was MJF had built himself up. He's now world champion.
Yeah.
And they just didn't have a place for Wardlow, so they've gave him this as a sort of like a bench warming position until he can go up against CM Punk, against MJF for the world title, because that to me is the match that everyone wants.
Oh, of course it is, yeah. So where's the end for CM Punk? Is he doing a year and then retiring? How long is CM Punk's next run in AEW going to go?
Yeah. I mean, everyone seems to be massively all over Wardlow.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he's absolutely fantastic, but I just think that they may have missed the boat on him.
Oh, Wardlow, yeah, absolutely. Sorry, man. My ADHD brain was already back on CM Punk because I'm so underwhelmed by Wardlow.
Yeah.
So I will come back to this match, but my question was just briefly how
sorry.
No, it's okay. It's all right. How long do you think the CM Punk run will go? How long do you think his second run is going to go?
I think that if he kind of behaves himself and does what's needed in terms of the business and doesn't sort of shoot like he has done previously, I think that it could be multiple years if that's what's agreed with his original contract with Tony Khan.
Okay.
If he's got like a 6-month contract left, it might be, unless you put your foot wrong, then we'll extend it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know, who knows? And maybe he goes after that 6 months, he runs that down and goes somewhere else. But I've got to believe there's some complications there because of all this. I think he's going to be tied into a contract with AEW for a little longer because of this stuff, Dan.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that later, guys. And once again, thank you all so much for being here and keeping us company. We are obviously it's nearly 20 past 1 a.m. and it's just lovely to have you all here. So back to Wardlow, back to Luchasaurus, Dan. Luchasaurus. This is going to probably annoy a lot of people, but I just don't. And this is the guy, obviously, that is a huge fan of Bray Wyatt and all that sort of stuff. But I don't think Luchasaurus benefits from having the mask and that anymore. I think it was great when he was part of the tag team with Jungle Boy. But I think the best thing he could do was take that mask off and show us what a brutal kind of big man he is. And I've got to say, I think people would take him more seriously. What a lovely kick there by Luchasaurus, because he's a monster. He should be a world champion. He should be a world champion, and I believe he will be a world champion down the line. But like I said, I've got to say, I've never been able to take as much as I really would actually like to see Luchasaurus win here, because AEW needs some talking points going into Wednesday. I also don't take him as seriously as I probably like to, because that mask, he should be Kane for 2023 in my eyes. You know what I mean? So I struggle quite heavily with taking Luchasaurus seriously.
If he's going to be Kane in 2023, did Kane's run not sort of weaken when he took his mask off because it lost the mystery?
Yeah.
I think that to me is the sort of counter argument to that one. I completely agree. Luchasaurus is amazing. He's athletic. He's a big guy. He can do standing moonsaults. For someone of his size, it's so impressive to watch.
It is.
So he's got all of the tools needed to be a main event player for a long time.
Yeah.
But if he took his mask off, would some of that character be lost? Is he not good on promos, which is why he's got Christian Cage there, maybe?
Well, there's not many people better than Christian Cage, to be fair. Like I said, in my view. So if you're going to have a manager, you're going to have a mouthpiece, then it might as well be Christian Cage. It's a good indication of how much they do respect Luchasaurus and what he's capable of, because they've given him Christian Cage, at this stage. So yeah, some interesting points. And Wardlow, what can Wardlow do, in your opinion, Dan, to reinvigorate his career, because he started with the MJF stuff with so much promise.
Yeah.
And for me, it's dwindled. For me, it's really
exactly. If I was to, if it was my company and I was booking Wardlow, I'd have him lose the title to some big name, someone like maybe Luchasaurus, maybe someone like Samoa Joe, maybe someone that you've recently brought into the company. Bandito would be a good person because he's absolutely amazing as well. But then I'd have him go, I'm going to jump through every hoop I've got to get to get a world title shot from MJF.
Yeah. And that would then bring that feud full circle for you then.
Bring it full circle. You don't have to have Wardlow win it, but because he already won the sort of match to get revenge on MJF. But if you are going to build Wardlow as a main event star for the next sort of couple of years, or at least next sort of 5-6 years, you could have him be the person to dethrone MJF, I think.
Yeah.
He don't have to hold it for very long. They could do like the brass ring ladder match at Double or Nothing next year, have someone win it that they want to then build again. So have someone like Darby Allin win it. Darby Allin then comes in, cashes in on Wardlow to take the title.
Yeah.
But MJF and Wardlow, I don't think it's ever going to end in terms of a feud that they could go back to, because it was such a good feud.
Yeah, so you believe that they're destined to do it forever, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like you and I are destined
John
to
Cena and Randy Orton.
Yeah, like John Cena and Randy Orton, absolutely. Some interesting points from Dan here that I want to bring. Just finished Puck's promo. There's no real content there of any value, just a hype promo with a couple of comments to make people think he's saying more than he is. It's an interesting take. Would welcome other opinions on that one. I can see where Dan's coming from with that. It's an interesting point you make there, Dan Reed. I think we get one surprise. I think Ken said that'd be interesting. Yeah, someone
That's
to come
the
in.
one that I think we're expecting. Because the rumored match at Forbidden Door next week, I think it is the Battle of the GTS. CM Punk admitted in a way that he stole the move from Kenta.
Yeah.
So if they're going to do that match, I think it's one of the matches that everyone is dying to see.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. Punk probably won't be physically able to wrestle into his late 50s, early 60s like some people. He probably better take around for the paychecks while he's able. Yeah, I mean, what is he now? Sort of early 40s?
Yeah, I think 43, 44.
Yeah, so he's got maybe he's got another 4 or 5 years left, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, it's 44.
Yeah, Luchasaurus going there for the choke slam. Blocks by Wardlow. Back elbow. Big power moves. Wardlow with a headbutt. Went for a wacky arm flailing whatever thing. Clothesline.
Why would you try and headbutt a dinosaur?
I don't know, man. I just don't know. I just don't know. Thank you for the Care React. We are back on Facebook after a while. We made the decision a few weeks ago to trial returning to Facebook. It has been, from what I understand, a positive decision as it stands. People are investing in watching us on Facebook, so that's great. Thank you very much to those people doing that. Wardlow going for the powerbomb and getting it. One powerbomb. Are we getting a powerbomb symphony, Dan? Are we getting more than one powerbomb?
I think we will get more shortly. Christian Cage has grabbed the steel chair on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to cause a bit of a distraction for Wardlow.
Mm-hmm. Wardlow going for another powerbomb, feeling the symphony. Wardlow ain't long with the belt, and you guys are saying have him lose the belt than lose to MJF, as opposed to book people to get them over, not under. Interesting point. There you go. Luchasaurus with the chokeslam. 1, 2. Oh, that kick out. Nice little moment there for Wardlow to get that kick out.
So to that comment, I mean, I didn't say that Wardlow should lose it immediately. I think it's you build the title. Once you've built the title, then have him lose, and then go to the MJF story. I'm not sort of saying go from right now, lose a title after you've only just got it.
Big power slam there. I think that was, I don't know if he was going for a tombstone or something, but went for a power slam instead there. Really reminds me of WCW Nitro. Interesting take. Absolutely.
Yeah. I can see where you're coming from, Misfit. It does have the feelings of that sort of bloody hell.
The Swanton. The Swanton bomb.
Again, a guy of that size doing a move like that is incredible.
Kevin Kelly addressing the new fans of AEW, which I imagine there will be a few people that haven't checked it out yet, watching tonight. So great to get the new fans in. Christian again distracting Wardlow. AEW needs to turn the level up on the commentary. I know that.
Yeah, the commentary volume is just a little bit quiet.
Oh, Christian Cage whacking Wardlow with something there.
Camera. Photographer's camera on the outside.
1, 2. Luchasaurus wins. Luchasaurus wins. I called it. They needed a moment for the first collision. Yeah, I'm so happy Kevin and Nigel on the commentary. Yeah, me too. I think it's great. Absolutely great. Christian holding the belt like it's his. There. I don't know.
Could that be significant a bit further down the line?
Maybe. There is Christian. He's saying that I'm the champ. Wait, what? Are we saying that Christian raising the belt up. While Luchasaurus got the win. There you go, Christian Cage right holding that belt up.
Walking off with it as well, going out the ring and holding it. Not even giving Luchasaurus the chance to sort of display the title that he's just won.
Yeah, interesting point. Rebellious Noises in, our good friend Scott and the team. Lots of love to you guys. Thank you so much for joining us and making the time to join us. I know it's late on or early on in the morning, so we appreciate you. MGF really did ruin Wardlow's push. Interesting. Yeah, I thought that was a great feud. And that was the most interesting in Wardlow I've ever actually been, Misfit Gamer. But yeah, interesting there. Christian's such a jerk. I love it. Yeah, he's one of the best heels. CM Punk did the only promo he could. He couldn't ignore the legit behind the scenes stuff, but he also couldn't go too outside kayfabe. Hopefully this is it for now, though. Time to move on. Give me a hull. Yeah, thank you very much, Scott. Lovely to have you in. Appreciate you. Christian holds it. Luchasaurus defends it. Okay. Interesting. That's really interesting. Sassy welcoming Scott in. Miro in action as well, Dan. So they're pulling out the big guns here. You can see Andrade as well, who's had his issues with AEW apparently, from what we know as fans, of course. What is this going to be the show for the people that are a little bit, a little bit what's the word? Edgy? I don't know. They're maybe. I don't know. What am I trying to say, Dan? You know what I'm trying to say. It's the show for the outliers. It's the show for the outliers. The rebellious people
that struggle to get booked on Dynamite. In a way, I think. And sort of the rumors are they are doing like a soft brand split type, where the people who were happy to work with Punk and stuff like that are meant to be working on one show, and people like the Elite will be sticking to Dynamite, and it's the way to try and build two separate brands with two sort of not unique rosters, but the way to sort of bring two separate talents to sort of prominence.
Yeah,
because if you have Dynamite, you've got established stars on there, and Collision, I think, is the building ground for a lot of new stars, or people that they think deserve to be sort of showcased in a sort of bigger forum. Saturday night is prime time, so that could be they want to put people like Andrade on there, see how they do on prime time, then bring them up to Dynamite.
Yeah,
and it's again very similar to what I think SmackDown is to Monday Night Raw. You have some of the best people on SmackDown, or you did have some of the best people on SmackDown, and then when they have got established characters, stories, stuff like that, then they bring them up to Monday Night Raw because that's where the advertisers' sort of revenue is more generated because it draws eyes on the business.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, it's good for business, so long as Tony Khan isn't getting overwhelmed in his booking of all these shows, your Ring of Honors, your Collision. That's my only concern. But obviously, I am just a fan. Dan will know more. Dan Reed will know more about the legwork and what it's like to run, one show, two show, three shows, and obviously TV as well. Getting othered, is that a good thing, Dan? Sorry, I'm not sure I follow you there. Is it a good thing that he's being othered? Is it just, you mean he's being put on this show? Collision for rebellious people, yeah, absolutely. Collision is, and it's lovely that we have you here. It's almost like fate, Scott, and we will be seeing you in a few weeks, and I'm very excited about it. Me and Sam and Spalsy have been talking about catching up with you, maybe going for dinner in London in a few weeks. Wizard, I love that Matthews is getting matches. He is amazing. Yes, he is. He's got a great life as Buddy Matthews, of course. He is a fine talent.
And dating Rhea Ripley.
Yes, indeed. Punk plus the Bullet Club money. Yeah, absolutely. I think, like I said, I think we're getting a surprise. But it's interesting. We're already we're already half an hour in to Collision. Is this a 2-hour show? Or are we 3 hours on this?
It's a 2-hour show.
Yeah, I was going to say, I really hope it is
2 hours.
I was going to say they've got to pack a lot in to this now. You know,
but they haven't done the WWE thing and try and book a full 3-hour show because that is hard work.
Yeah, that is hard work. Absolutely,
it's hard work watching it.
And like I say, Tony's got enough bloody problems with Ring of Honor and not problems, but that I just don't know how he does it. I don't know how he manages everything. I really don't. Whatever Tony Khan is having for his breakfast, I would like it because I need a bit more motivation to get through my day, Dan. So he's the other guy. The match is being built as Andrade returns. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, it's a shame, really. Very good point, Dan. Yeah, it's a shame because to me, I would strap the rocket to Buddy Matthews in this. Not obviously. It's not. I love Andrade. I think he's a great talent. I think maybe from what I understand, again as a fan, maybe some attitude issues or whatever. But Buddy Matthews is a real star for me. Real star. The match wasn't built. Andrade was built. And Buddy Matthews is just the other guy in the match. Yeah, I do see your point there, Dan. Yeah, I do see your point there. Absolutely. So you're out there with
Julia Hart.
Julia Hart, absolutely. Here comes Andrade.
So I've
what are
got
your
a poll.
thoughts? Go on. Yeah, what are your thoughts? Thank you for doing the poll. What are your thoughts on this match, Dan? Are you excited for this? Are you excited for Andrade? Excited for Buddy Matthews? Is this the right time to be putting these two together? The first episode of Collision.
I think they could have maybe held off and done a surprise return with Andrade. You obviously had the CM Punk return, which was already big enough. And I think that Andrade has been not an afterthought on this, but I think that he would deserve to return. I mean, if it was me booking it again, I would have probably had Andrade come out and destroy Wardlow after the match.
Yeah.
Have him come or have Luchasaurus win. Lights go down, lights come back up. Andrade is in the ring facing Luchasaurus because I think that pouring him straight into a title feud would be more meaningful than a return match against Buddy Matthews. Nothing against Buddy Matthews. I agree with the sentiment. He's an absolutely amazing performer. I loved the stuff that he did in WWE and in the Cruiserweight. I mean, he's getting some very loud welcome back chants, which is good to see.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm pretty sure these guys will have had a match before, and they will have torn it up in WWE. I'm not 100%, but Andrade is, a great talent, former NXT champion as well. Buddy Matthews, one of the standouts to me, and one of the most underrated WWE guys. Gonna add for Fight Forever. Sam has played the game. He's pretty happy with it from what I understand from our conversation earlier. Are you excited to play this, Daddy? Have you bought your copy of AEW Fight Forever?
Not even slightly yet. I've not played a wrestling game since 2019.
Right, okay.
It's just a game that I love watching wrestling, as everyone knows from me doing this. But sort of sitting and playing them, I lose interest quite quickly for some reason. I don't know why.
That's okay.
I'll play racing games, even though technically racing games, it's the same thing. You're going around a track multiple times, but then I'll also play stuff like Skyrim, Dying Light.
Yeah.
Which are completely different, but it's just, I don't know what it is about wrestling games. I just can't get into it. If it comes on on Game Pass on Xbox, I might sort of play it on there for a little bit. I'll give it at least a good bash. Or if one of the guys at work have got a copy for Xbox, they said if they get the physical copy, they'll let me borrow it just to see what I think. But it's not a game I would ever rush out to buy.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. They're the only games that I can. Oh, there's Andrade doing his trademark thing with in the ropes. I haven't seen that for a while. There's the rope hold thing. Buddy, of course. Yeah. So again, Misfit Gamer reminding us they have wrestled before in NXT. Great bit of knowledge there from Misfit Gamer. Thank you. Um, Julia Hart trying to play with the mask of Andrade, give him a bit of distraction there. But yeah, no, they're the only games I can really play, mate, because they just don't demand a lot of attention. That's right. The reason why I like to play them is because I can pick them up and put them down, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Whereas, yeah, I don't have a lot of time to. So I go on.
That's the thing with the racing games. I can pick them up and put them down 3 months, 6 months, a year down the line, and I can go straight back into it because I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Whereas wrestling games, because it's sort of like button combos and stuff like that, I just lose interest.
That's interesting because for me, they are the simplest games out there, and you just kind of have fun with them, you know. Whereas, yeah, racing games and stuff that's a little bit more complicated. I'm like, I ain't got time for this. I'd like to have the time for this, but as you know, and I know you're a busy guy, you know,
You're 10 times the busier man that I am.
Well, you know, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I would say you're pretty busy, dude. But like I said, we're all busy and we all like to get stuff done. But I'll definitely play. I will definitely play. Fight Forever to give it a go. There's a lovely Hurricane Runner off the barricade by Buddy onto Andrade. I've been impressed with this so far, Dan. Making a comment here, this will be a good match, but good matches don't sell or generate interest. Matches presented as meaning something with emotional responses to the match draw. Yeah, that's interesting.
It takes an exceptional match with no build to generate interest.
It does absolutely. And I would like to get Dan's thoughts while we've got him here, you know, and this is my opinion. So of course, as a fan, not as always with Dan, when Dan comes in, I want to be clear, you know, I am, you know, my perspective is a fan, and you know, but I am interested in what, you know, as a wrestling booker and someone that has put on shows, you know, around the UK and multiple shows really a year. You know, are you a fan of Tony Khan's booking and style, and I guess booking so many shows because he's involved in, I know he has other people supporting him, but he's involved in quite a lot of stuff. Is he overwhelming himself, Dan? And I'm talking to Dan Reed here, and then we'll obviously open that up to the chat as well. Is he overwhelming himself by, you know, putting together Collision, by putting together Ring of Honor, by putting together Dynamite every single week? Is that too much? Would you do that, Dan Reed, if you had the you know, if you had these products, you know, to put onto TV every week? I you know, like I said, my only issue with, you know, because I love, you know, I want competition, I want AEW to survive, I want it to thrive as it has done, but my only concern for the longevity is burnout for Tony Khan. I think, you know, and obviously maybe the other people, and obviously how that will affect, as we've seen with other companies, how that will affect other staff, you know. So Andrade is potentially injured. The medical staff are you know, are sort of checking on him. Same with Buddy. So there's an interesting stop in the pace here, Dan. Not sure about this. They've completely stopped the pace to, you know, they're both checking, you know. Again, this is go on.
I think this obviously looks more of a kayfabe injury style with both people being injured at the same time. I reckon it's going to be, they're going to fight through it, obviously, make it look like they're injured, but having both people injured, two separate trainers in the ring, to me, it just doesn't look very realistic because they're focusing so much on it. If it was a real injury, I think they'd have cut to a commercial break or something, because I know they have the power to do stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, so they're both psyching each other up to get that crowd involved. Andrade said he's going to continue. Buddy Murphy as well. Buddy Matthews, rather, also going to continue. I love, honestly, Kevin Kelly. A couple of people have remarked on this. Kevin Kelly and you know, and Nigel McGuinness, man, what a commentary team!
Yeah,
what a commentary team. You know, they're on a break in the US, says Michael.
Okay.
Well,
that's
we will
probably
keep
why.
you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's why they were faking injuries, and now we've got Buddy Matthews continuing to work on the arm of Andrade. How are you finding the show? Obviously, we're nearly an hour deep, Dan. You know,
40 minutes in.
Yeah, you stayed up for this. You know, After a busy day, how are you feeling? You know.
I'm all right. I got in from work. I had something to eat. I watched the Formula One qualifying. Then I had sort of a little nap, and I woke up again at about 12:15. Went downstairs. That's one thing we haven't done yet. I've got a couple of snacks.
Oh man, you see, normally not. Nowadays, like I said, I've dropped the ball because towards the end of my my run, where I was doing regular shows on SmackDown, I was starting to bring snacks in to take motivation from you, and it
That's
actually
what we should do.
yeah,
I should start doing SmackDown and rename it Snackdown.
SmackDown, absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
So I'll go through a couple of little bits that I've got. It's going to be for 1:45 in the morning in the UK. It's a strange combination. I've got strip cheese, which is very similar to cheese strings, but the dairy version. And then I've got crab sticks, a full pack of crab sticks.
Yeah.
And then I've got the wafer rolls that I keep sort of mentioning. Absolutely love them. Super delicious.
Lovely, mate.
So, do you remember the Milky Way crispy rolls?
Yes, I love those. Yeah, they were
It's
great.
basically one of them, but without the chocolate on the outside.
Oh, nice, mate. Nice.
And when they're nice and sort of room temperature, the cream inside goes all melty and soft and
you're making. I bet you're making people excited.
I'm making myself excited, don't worry.
Yeah, absolutely. Charlotte and Rhea having a go pappy off at the crib right now, indeed. Absolutely. So Dan's reworked my question because obviously he has connections and friends in AEW. Let's say you asked me if I would do that and want to write 6 hours of TV a week, and it's actually more than that for reasons I can't go into in limited space. The answer is no, I wouldn't. Yeah, interesting. I'm going to grab my snacks. So Michael, Dan has inspired Michael. Andrade seems to be the clear face here, Dan, and I'm not used to that. To me, Andrade's a natural heel.
100%.
Oh, beautiful.
He's got a air of cocky arrogance about him, but it's warranted. He's always an absolutely amazing performer in the ring, so that arrogance is well deserved because he is very good.
Yeah.
So it fits the natural heel persona. Same as, like Randy Orton is a natural heel.
Yeah.
And at some point, even Kenny Omega, I think, is one of the best natural heels.
Yeah. You know what? I totally see that. Yeah, absolutely. But I haven't seen so much of Kenny Omega as a heel in recent years. Andrade was going to set up for a finisher there, I believe, countered by Buddy. Beautiful hangman DDT there by Murphy. 1, 2, kick out. Lovely bit there. That DDT catch was great.
One of the bits that I'm most looking forward to tonight is actually nothing to do with CM Punk either.
Go on then.
It's the Acclaimed.
Oh, yeah.
The Acclaimed Raps coming out to the ring every single time. It's the one point of Dynamite that I watch every time it's on.
They are great, of course. If you're interested in that, it's time. Thank you for setting that up for me to knock it back. Over on Soundsphere, we have an interview with Max Caster. That's right, the inventor, or certainly the executor of those raps. I will put a link to that in the comments so you guys can see my chat with Max. He's a lovely dude, very, very nice guy.
Good bit of selling from Buddy Matthews there.
Oh man,
Sunset
great.
Flip, and the leg sort of went from under him, so couldn't execute the move.
Oh, beautiful kick there by Buddy, and another one. Man, that's got to be it, right? That's got to be it. The 2 kicks there.
Nope, his leg can't go for the power bomb.
Oh. Wow.
Beautiful back elbow.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was like a Judas effect.
It seemed to have a lot more force, lot of momentum going into it as well.
Oh, lovely. high knee there by Matthews to counter. This is great, actually. They're obviously pulling out all the stops.
Yeah.
For this.
I wonder how much freedom they've been given to sort of go all out in the match, or if they've basically sort of said that you're not allowed to go too far or something.
Yeah, that's an interesting
We're getting
one.
a "This is awesome" chant now as well.
Indeed.
Which I agree, it has been awesome. Matthews was looking for what looked like a Texas Cloverleaf style submission.
Yeah, got switched it up there.
Going
out.
for his father-in-law's maneuver.
The figure 4, absolutely. Mr. Sharp, Mr. Rhea having a banger, not a surprise at all. I don't think a lot of people will
That's
be.
a cool way to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte's partner and Rhea Ripley's partner.
Yeah.
Oh, Andrade's looking for the figure 8. His wife's
nice.
maneuver.
Yeah. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, wow, he tapped it. So he tapped to the figure 8.
Yeah, I mean, Matthews obviously had the leg injury, kayfabe obviously, from earlier in the
nice.
match. So again, as soon as that pressure really started ramping up, he tapped out, which, again, storyline-wise, makes great sense in terms of the match.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
And I think it keeps Matthews looking relatively strong, even though he did tap out to a maneuver.
No, that was really well done.
Have you seen the sign in the background?
Yes.
Hey, buddy, ain't it funny how Dommy stole your mommy?
Yeah. Andrade now picking Buddy up. I've shown him respect. Sorry there, guys. Just trying to avoid a little coughing fit. Excuse me. So Andrade wants a handshake here, Dan.
I think shake his hand and then turn heel on him because it's the natural fit for Andrade.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, lights have gone out.
Lights are out.
Is this where the rest of the House of Black come and destroy Andrade?
Yeah, absolutely. There was also something else. Like on Dynamite, there was like no or something. The word no flashed up.
Brody King's behind Andrade. Aleister Black's in the corner. Malachi Black's in the corner.
Okay, yeah. Obviously, they've got a lot of history too.
Definitely. Had some of the best matches I saw on a Monday Night Raw at one point.
Yeah.
Have you got something to say?
Beautiful discus clothesline. Oh yeah, there you go. I've interviewed both Malachi Black and Buddy Murphy. Oh no, both Malachi Black and Brody King rather from the House of Black. Thank you for lining those up. I will. They're also on Salisbury in our wrestling playlist. So I will. Hang on a second. I will get you that rather than.
Oh, lights have gone out again. Oh, could this be?
I don't think.
Or will they just be disappearing? Oh no.
Yeah, they're just disappearing out there. Yeah. Scorpio Sky back as well. I haven't seen Scorpio Sky in a while, man. Hold on a sec. Let me see if I can find. There you go. AEW interviews. We will put those in a link for you guys. Thank you very much.
There you go. I'll keep dropping you hooks. You'll just jump on them.
Yeah, that's right, man. I'll just jump on them. Absolutely. I'll keep you line them up. I'll keep knocking them down. Got a lot of great wrestling content between here. I'll give you a whole WrestleSphere, our brand new platform focused entirely on wrestling, and of course Soundsphere, which is our music platform. Hassan wants a vote. We will get it to you as soon as we know what the next match is. We're currently it's a black screen right now. I remember this from the Fight Network and how confused I used to be.
It used to be like 3 minutes of just guitar riff with the logo on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, are you looking at doing Forbidden Door next week?
Possibly, probably, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe. I might just do it for fun. I might just enjoy it. I don't know. We will see. We will see. It is a potential. I will consider it.
So, while we've got a logo, what sort of fantasy booking matches would you like to see on there?
Hang on. Is that literally next week?
From what I can remember, yeah.
No,
25th.
it can't be. It can't be, mate.
Forbidden Door 2023.
June 25th.
Sunday, 25th of June.
What are they doing, man? They haven't even booked. What have they booked for it? They've booked. Sorry,
Not a lot.
yeah, I was gonna say I'm sniffling a lot here. I do apologize
They've
for
got
that.
Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay for the IWGP.
I mean,
United States Heavyweight
that's great.
That's Bryan Danielson versus Kazuchika Okada.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
yeah.
Sanada versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry with Hook for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
And then MJF versus Hiroshi Tanahashi for the
well.
AEW World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, that's
And then
going to be pretty cool.
got rumours of CM Punk versus Kenta.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, which I suppose they could set up today. Yeah. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, you know what? I might come and join that one. Yeah.
But at the minute, there's no tag matches, which I think probably will be set up on Dynamite.
Yeah.
Or maybe later on tonight.
Yeah, it could be. And this would be a good time to do it as well. This would be, again, a lot of eyes on this.
Was the last Forbidden Door like 5.5 hours long or something?
It was. That's probably one of the reasons why I wouldn't do it. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably one of the reasons I wouldn't do it if I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because the last one on the main card itself had 13 matches.
Yeah, I do. I remember covering that, I think, and it was long. Or certainly, I remember watching Anthony do it, and it was a lot. Sassy is in. Daniel is in. Lovely to see you guys. Thank you very much. Got some Krispy Kreme donuts. Michael, nice one. How was Royal Rumble? Well, Royal Rumble was okay. Had the pitch black match, of course. I don't know if you're thinking of another Rumble. Oh yeah, I was having lots of fun at the Rumble with the pitch black stuff. Here's Tony Nese. I love a bit of Tony Nese.
Tony's great.
Yeah, he's great.
Again, I thought he was someone that was massively underutilized in WWE.
Yeah, did he win a cruiserweight championship at some point? I think he.
Yeah, I think he was one of the last cruiserweight champions.
So Tony Nese is going to shut Collision down, apparently.
I've just never clicked with his character, though. I don't know why.
No. Well, he's never really connected, has it?
No.
SmackDown last night was amazing. Yeah, to be fair, I loved that spot. The Usos stuff was really well done. Cinema.
What are we getting?
Hangman. No. So I thought it was Miro. I thought I heard the sounds, and I was like, "Is that Hangman Page?" But then it wouldn't be Hangman Page on Collision, would it?
No.
With Mr. Punk. So yes, Miro is out here. He's going to be in action. I like the Redeemer, in the principle, the Redeemer gimmick. I think it's pretty good. So Miro now walking down here for this match. Love you guys, but I'm going to sleep now. Got a long day tomorrow. Yeah, no problem, dude. Absolutely. Understand that.
Take it easy, Daniel. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, look after yourself, mate.
Paul has gone live on the YouTube community, guys. Tony Nese versus Miro. Again, Miro is another person that I think is massively underutilized.
Yeah, yeah,
But with a second 2-hour platform, I think it could be a good place for him.
yeah. Oh, I agree.
Former TNT champion.
He's been well underutilized for a very long time. I think has
I
Miro.
think it
You
goes
know,
right back into his WWE run.
wait, what? You
It
think he's
was
going back to?
no, it was
Oh,
underutilized in his WWE run as
oh
well.
yeah, he was absolutely he was. Yeah, I mean he's going to destroy. He's going to destroy Portoni, and he's here.
Thank you very much, Philip Robinson, for the like on our YouTube on our Facebook community page.
Absolutely love it. I wonder if we get CJ Perry during this match. Yeah, I think we'd have seen CJ by now if we were going to see them. Yeah, thank you for coming by, everybody. Like I say, Dan's got his snacks. I'm just about surviving. I've run out of jam on toast tea. I'm feeling like death. I've got really bad allergies, but it's really good to be back. I like this. I like doing the, I like popping in and doing shows because it feels special. It feels cool. I love it. It makes it's nice.
So you're the Brock Lesnar of the podcast. Then you only come in when you feel like it, and it feels special.
Yeah, that's basically it. That's basically what I'm saying. You guys put all the effort in, and I just come in and reap all the glory. Yes, that's.
So we're going the beats of the batter and from Miro on the apron.
Nice, yeah.
Turning East. But yeah, I think Vince McMahon's issue was with turning East. He's only about 5'8", 5'9", I think. So he's not a tall, big wrestler, which obviously is exactly what Vince McMahon's after.
Yeah. We're going to get the squash here. Miro caught Tony Nese flying. Lovely fall away slam there. I think you've got to give Miro a championship run at some point.
Yeah.
Dan. At some point.
I mean, like I said, he was TNT champion, wasn't he? So
it's true, yeah. It's true. I'm thinking about a world championship run,
Yeah.
Smart Mark taking a shot there. Nese with a back a knee. Beautiful. Lovely. So Tony Nese getting some offense in here.
Miro's just no selling these punches.
Yeah. Powerhouse punches by Nese, but Miro no selling. Miro going for something. Don't do it again. Tony Nese went for another crossbody, failed miserably.
I do quite like that set design they've got there. The entranceway looks quite cool.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful kick. Yeah, match good kick by Miro. Game over.
Camel clutch on Tony Nese. That causes submission.
That's it.
There we go. Everyone who voted on the chat 100% got it right.
What a beast, man.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, man, what a beast is Miro. So are we getting? So they're hyping up CM Punk's return as well.
Yeah.
In the middle of this too, obviously got to playing that hype package. CM Punk never left. He just got injured, which I think a lot of people are confused about because I think a lot of people thought he was going to be fired, Dan, for what happened to him.
Yeah, I mean, didn't he and the Bucks and everyone that was involved get suspended?
Yeah, I think technically yes, there was that. Yeah.
So technically, if they got suspended, that was partly why he wasn't on TV, because we've had people on TV that have been injured but not wrestled.
Yeah, it's true. Lovely comments from you. Thank you guys so much for the
we do
lovely
love you.
comments.
We want you here every week,
Well,
but you won't give the fans what they want.
I did make a note. Was it? I think it was the last WB one we did, and I was like, yeah, well, the numbers seem to improve when I'm on. I'm just saying, but that's down to you guys. Thank you all for your support. It's wonderful. Miro looks to be in great shape indeed. He does. Hope this works out for him. He is a great talent. Absolutely. Wonder if they create belts for Collision. God, no. Please, no more belts. No more belts.
I don't think they will do.
The Outcast, Ruby Soho, and Tony Storm. Love those jackets. Very cool. Love the color scheme. Pretty badass. Ruby Soho and Tony Storm getting in the ring here. Miro crush indeed. Indeed. I love Willow. I think Willow's great.
Willow Nightingale's so much energy.
Yeah, and New Japan Strong Women's Champion. I saw that happened. I was pleased for them because she's great. She's fantastic. Referencing Mercedes Moné, of course, because Willow did beat Mercedes Moné for that championship. Sky Blue, the hometown.
Getting a great reaction as well.
Sky Blue is happy. First time I've seen Sky Blue for a long time. Oh, lovely. There's a nice little hug there. There's some family of Sky Blue. And there's attacks from the Outcast to Sky Blue and Willow straight away.
There we go. YouTube, Paul's live for everyone if you want to vote now.
Thank you very much, Dan. Appreciate that. Punk versus Elite is 100% happening after that promo. Yeah, potentially. Oh, did Sky Blue's mum just slap? Was that Sky Blue's mum? Did she just slap?
Yeah, slap Tony Storm.
Slap them, both of them. There's Willow there attacking him.
Nice.
Sky Blue.
Both teams have actually got sort of color coordinated styled ring gear.
Yeah, it is nice. Yeah, it's really cool.
Black and green, and then the blue, red, and white.
Yeah, fantastic. Really, really is. Willow with a butt splash. Big kick as well.
Are you going to All In yet? Or don't you know?
I don't know yet. I'm just trying to get money in the bank out of the way first.
I'm just trying to get money in the bank.
Well,
I've got to work harder for it.
Yeah, well, there you go. There you go, Dan. That deserves a champ clap. Yeah, well, I mean, if we end up getting what we want, which I don't think we will, you can have the we'll figure out what to do with the ticket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's happening. So, but yeah, well, I know I'm doing some press. I know that, and Sam's going to help me. Sam's going to help me. So let's see what happens.
Yeah,
let's see what happens. Willow now being taken down by Storm and Ruby Soho.
I love the heel version of Ruby Soho and Tony Storm.
Absolutely. Ruby Soho was in the last time she was in the UK. She was in Doncaster, Dan, working a
Was it One Pro
1PW show.
Wrestling?
Yeah, 1PW.
Yeah.
Dan, don't think I forgot about Monday. Okay, what happened there?
I can't remember.
Okay, yeah, it was a long time ago for Dan.
I've slept.
Quite early in the morning. Tony Storm now choking Willow. Sky Blue looking on helplessly.
Sky Blue is going to get such a pop when she gets that hot tag.
No, absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
I'm quite surprised that Saraya isn't out there with them.
Yeah, me too.
Because normally that'd be a great thing. If you've got a hometown face, you could have them on the outside being the heel, distraction technique, stuff like that. So it gives it an even bigger pop when they do win.
Yeah. Oh, nice roll up by Willow.
Do we think there'll be some women's matches on Forbidden Door? Because they'll only have Wednesday to set them up unless they're doing anything tonight.
That's true, yeah.
Because there's only 4 matches announced, no women's matches, no tag matches, which is a bit of a oversight at the minute.
Yeah. I would really hope. I would really hope that there will be some women's matches on there.
Because I think at one point it was rumored to be Mercedes Moné versus someone like Tony Storm or Britt Baker, which I thought would have been absolute money.
Yeah, it would have been. I'm so glad you asked, Dom. Dan, you said something funny and about Dom. You got some explaining to do. What did you do, Dan? What did you say? Sometimes I catch you saying stuff about me if I'm on.
It's usually me saying I love you. You know that.
I trust you.
Not many people would, but I know you do.
I do trust you. Yeah, absolutely. We've been through some stuff, but thank you, Altered Ego, for being here to tell me about it. I appreciate it.
Well, put it this way, Altered Ego. I spent 5 days in a hotel room with Dom. No, 6 days.
Yeah.
And I probably saw more of Dom each night than I wanted to.
You definitely did, yeah, absolutely. But what a friend!
I enjoyed it. I didn't want to bleach my eyes afterwards, but
there you go. Absolutely.
I had his girlfriend Emma telling me to keep my hands off.
Yeah, that was good times. As Willow now getting the tag, we're gonna get a Sky Blue tag there after a lovely little sequence there. Yeah, a little sequence there from Willow. Is a great talent, and now Sky Blue, Chicago's own, is in.
Beautiful head to this takedown from.
Got a lot of kind of AJ Lee style to her, actually.
Yeah, sort of very similar sort of style, height, and build.
Yeah. So somebody else who's in NXT, who's like the skater.
Cora Jade.
Cora Jade as well. Yeah, that sort of style too.
Cora Jade, I think if she carries on the way she's been going, I think could be a big main event player because absolutely phenomenal in the ring as well. Really entertaining.
Absolutely. Oh, beautiful spine buster by the Powerhouse there. Willow, but shotgun drop kick by Tony Storm.
Tony Storm
lovely cloverleaf. Yeah, lovely
transition
cloverleaf.
into that.
That's a lovely cloverleaf there by Tony Storm. Oh, the shame. I love that.
Nigel McGuinness is so good.
He's so good, isn't he? Scabba is a knockoff Collision. No, we made the comparison, Michael. I think there's a comparison to be made there. I wouldn't say that she was a knockoff.
No.
But certainly the comparison can be made. The show needs to end with the Elite attacking Punk. I know. I'm just saying that would be an all-time moment. It would, and they've got a rival if they can, which I don't think is possible. They've got to rival SmackDown's. That was probably one of the better ends of SmackDown that I've ever seen. With Jey Uso and Roman. Well, the Usos and Roman Reigns. So they've got to come up with something massive for this.
I mean, just sort of going to the very quick point of the comparison between Cora Jade and Sky Blue. Sky Blue actually debuted first.
Oh, there you go. Tony Storm in control here with a nice German. Tony Storm going to do something there. Hip attack. Oh, the hip attack there from Tony Storm. There's a forearm.
Ruby's such a good heel.
Yeah, absolutely. But Willow coming in. Oh, the spray can.
Saving Cora Jade from being sprayed.
The spray can. Willow. Death Valley Driver. Amazing. Beautiful code red. 1, 2, 3. The hometown hero wins. So that means something else is going to happen in that main event. We're not going to see CM Punk have the triumph. We might see him win, but he's not going to. I don't think he's going to be standing tall at the end.
I think Kenta's going to come out and destroy him.
Yeah.
GTS him.
Nice little tag team. That was great. Sky Blue. Willow Nightingale. That was brilliant. So we're referencing the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. That's cool. Haven't seen that in a while. Of course, Adam Cole won it.
And Britt Baker.
Yeah.
And it is another person that I think deserves to be pushed to the moon.
Absolutely, mate.
Ricky Starks has got everything.
Yeah.
And he's still a young guy, so I think he's going to be world class. I mean, he's got so much charisma that when he's on screen, you can't help but watch him.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I think he's incredible. It's almost written. It's written in the stars, Dan, that absolute Ricky Starks should be a world champion. Kevin Kelly's asking Nigel to scissor him. Yeah, great.
So we're going the Acclaimed up next. We're going probably to a stupid Collision logo for a minute or two.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Dan. So here we are. We are over an hour in. By some people's count, we are an hour left. So what are your thoughts on this so far?
It's been very good. It's not blown me away, but there's been sections which have kept me entertained. The CM Punk promo, I don't think I caught all of it with getting logged into Fight Pass, but the match quality themselves have been absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Andrade versus Buddy Matthews was great.
Yeah.
The match that we've just seen, the tag match, again, I thought was great. They've done a few promo packages. We've got a new TNT champion in Luchasaurus / Christine Cage.
Yeah.
Beating Wardlow, which I think is one of the shocks of the night so far.
Absolutely. And I think they needed to do that. I did think they were going to do that because they need something to, obviously, aside from like Kenta maybe,
Yeah.
we need something. But it has been a good show, and thank you all for joining us. Thank you for being here. Michael says the crowd is hot.
Yeah.
Kenta has dated GTS in Chicago.
Absolute perfect.
Even though it's his move, yeah. I think Roman has come to the point where he can't be a face until something miraculous happens. Absolutely, yeah.
So the only way that I could see him turn face is to go against a heel. And the only person that I think could be a big enough heel that it could turn him would be Brock Lesnar, which I don't want to see that match again.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do it. I mean, there's people that are saying because Payback is around the corner, and obviously Payback was when when Roman Reigns initially returned, and obviously he was in a triple threat with Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt. That could be in his future, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I've loved this stuff. The Usos versus Roman and Solo is a money match.
Well, I think they're doing it at Money in the Bank, aren't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they're doing it at Money in the Bank. They're also doing Cody and Dominic, which will be interesting.
That's actually one I'm excited to see.
Yeah, me too.
I think that's going to be super entertaining.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited about that too. So Jeff Jarrett now on the screen, giving us a promo. Yeah, Kevin Kelly saying "Sesame Nigel" isn't something I ever thought I'd hear. Yeah, yes. So it's a good little moment. I'm going to remember that from this broadcast for sure.
Again, Jeff Jarrett is someone that I enjoy watching. I don't know what makes me captivated by him, but I do really enjoy watching him.
He's great. I've got an interview with Jeff Jarrett. It's actually on this. It's actually on right here on "Give Me a Hug." Yeah, it was where we first used it. So it is on here. I believe in our WWE's interview section. So you can find that. I will put that in the chat for you guys because I believe
Is
that's
there another one
there.
that you've got to promote?
Oh yeah, Max Caster, which I did. You know, I did that earlier. I don't want to overwhelm you too much, but I will post that for you.
Oh, Max Caster's going in on Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, happy Father's Day, of course, for those fathers out there. So our Father's Day today as well. You love it, don't you, Dan? You love it.
It's such a ridiculous gimmick that it had to get over.
Wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've just been on the book's Twitter. That's great. As directed, if it were 2018, we'd already have a counterfeit book shirt available on Pro Wrestling Tees. Kill it, y'all. I love it. I love it, man. Billy Gunn. If we can look like Billy Gunn when we're 50, mate, we're winning at life.
I'd love to look like him now.
Yeah.
I mean, do you know how old he is?
Like 53, maybe?
59.
59.
He's 60 this year.
That's insane.
I don't look that good now, and he looks that good at double my age.
Yeah, I know, man. There's hope for us all, isn't there?
Yeah.
Claimed every Wednesday, claimed every weekend. So we're going to see some crossover then. Is CM Punk going to be on AEW Dynamite, Dan?
I think we're going to see some crossovers, but I don't know how many.
Collision scissor there now.
So it's the city where Scissor Me Daddy was born.
There you go. The Acclaim became the people's choice in Chicago as well. Everyone loves the Acclaimed.
Yep.
Punk lied to us, said Elite was Vince Punk wasn't happening.
Is Tony Schiavone going to go with Scissor?
I think so. He's doing it. He's doing it. There you go. Tony Schiavone. There you go. Scissor me, Dan. Scissor me, Danny ass. So Dynamite, you got wow.
That's a banger of a match.
Wow, Jericho, Guevara, and Suzuki versus Andretti, Martin, and AR Fox. Wow. Wow.
Have you seen Action Andretti?
Yeah, he's great. Big fan.
It's so good, so cool.
Oh yeah, Ring of Honor, of course. Sonny Kiss. I haven't seen Sonny Kiss in ages. Great to see them doing stuff.
Yeah.
1, 2. So that's Andretti and Darius Martin having a team as well. Good. Chris Statlander versus Taya Valkyrie.
New TBS champion. Beat Jade Cargill a couple of weeks ago at the pay-per-view as a surprise return.
Absolutely. There is an interview with Taya Valkyrie as well, right here, I believe, on Give Me a Hug, yeah. So you can check that out too. Orange Cassidy and Shibata versus Garcia and Zack Sabre Jr. That's going to be good. Hardy's versus the Guns. Wow. This is going to be great.
I can't believe how much the Guns look like their dad.
Oh, of course, yeah. Of course.
Jeff Jarrett versus Mark Briscoe.
Absolutely. Blind Eliminator tournament for an AEW tag team title shot. That's going to be interesting too. You got to give it to AEW for always coming up with interesting concepts, Dan.
Yeah. Yeah. Forbidden Door a week from tomorrow. Danielson versus Okada.
Wow, man.
That's got to be a 5-star minimum match.
Oh, absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
But Omega versus Ospreay, that's got to be a 5-star match.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible. Going to be incredible. Going to sell a lot of tickets for that. MJF versus Tanahashi as well. Got similar, got a similar gimmick as well, haven't they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tanahashi was doing it for years. Jungle Boy versus Sonata. That's going to be cool.
I don't like the IWGP World Championship.
No,
I don't know why.
No. Wow, is this the main event? Wow, there's me complaining about. Well, not complaining, but being like, oh, we've got time is running out, and we're at the main event, Dan.
Yeah.
So thank you all.
There'll probably be at least 4 entrances, so there's another 5 minutes minimum.
Absolutely. Well, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. We'll start running down the card now. Just kind of doing our matches, matches of the night, performer of the night and stuff. And then obviously if there's anything that comes, which is possible, quite possible with this group of people involved, that this changes. But right now, Dan, in advance of the main event, CM Punk's return to Dynamite, since we have a long break on Fight, which I did not miss, the long, silent, weird breaks on Fight, or just continuous guitar music for ages and ages. Your performer of the night so far?
I'd probably go I did quite like the Sky Blue Willow Nightingale match.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon obviously doesn't like booking people to win in the hometown, which I think is crazy.
Yeah.
But I think sort of putting Sky Blue over and giving her the pinfall in the match against a very well-respected team of Tony Storm and
Yeah, that was
Ruby
big.
Soho, it's
Yeah.
a big win for Sky Blue.
It
So I
is.
think
It is.
that is a great position to put someone in.
Yeah. It's a very, very good point. Gives them a really good platform as well. Again, the first episode of Collision. It's a big deal. It's a huge deal, in fact. So yeah, good. So your match of the night?
So far, it was Buddy Matthews and Andrade El Idolo.
Absolutely. Yeah, same for me.
It could be topped by the main event. We don't know until we get there.
We don't know quite yet. So we did. Didn't you perform of the night? Didn't you match of the night? I'm going to ask you for your grade of the night to see if it changes with this main event. What's your grade of the night so far?
For the first Collision, I would probably give it a 7 out of 10. There's been good stuff. There hasn't been anything that's blown me away apart from the the TNT Championship change, but it was expected. It wasn't something that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that could all change, of course. Yeah. Yeah, with this main event, it could all change. Thank you all. I know there's plenty of other people in the world covering Collision now for the same reasons we are. Because it's a monumental time in wrestling history. This, obviously CM Punk's second return to the ring. So for those people that come to us after we finish, and those people that are with us now, we appreciate you making the time and spending your time with us. So thank you very much for that. Do you think MJF shows up? No, I think this is about Kenta and Punk. I think having the Elite, and I forgot Malachi Black team name, the House of Black, is but them two have a match for the trios titles. That could be great. Yeah, did they not do that? The Elite and the House of Black more recently.
What was that? Sorry.
Did the Elite and the House of Black have a match?
I think so. It seems to ring a bell.
Yeah, I feel like they may have done. House of Black. Yeah, there you go. Thank you very much, Misfit Game. I'm sure they did. Can't wait to see Joe and Punk Lock. I know that's going to be amazing. I'm a big fan, as you know, Dan. Jay White is my second favorite wrestler in the world. I'm a huge fan of Jay White. Obviously WWE was interested in him as well, and I'm not sure he's been utilized appropriately so far.
Not yet.
Is he not a one of the best in the world? Is he not a hot commodity? Possibly arguably the hottest free agent, or he was.
It was definitely the hottest free agent at the time. And I think that he should be one person that shouldn't be restricted by being in a tag team. I know the Bullet Club isn't just a tag team, but they are. I mean, himself, Juice Robinson as well.
Yeah, Juice is great
such a good performer. WWE really did let the ball slip when they let him go.
Absolutely, mate. Yep, I agree.
From NXT. But Jay White, I think, is if you could pick him in going up against anyone in a match, you're putting him up against someone like Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins because he could go into the ring and have the best match of the night every night of the week.
I was fantasy booking Seth Rollins and Jay White for ages. Yeah. Dax, Harwood, and Cash Wheeler coming out here. FTR, of course. A legendary tag team, probably arguably the best tag team in the world, I would say.
I think on the planet right now, yes.
And then obviously you can talk about the Usos as well, but in terms of pure wrestling, yeah, absolutely. Right, here we go, mate. The legendary entrance, of course, of CM Punk. Here he is.
Crowd shouting it's clobbering time along with Punk.
Nice. I love that. I love that. Looks like he's having a good time. Looks like he's happy to be out there, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, wrestling in your hometown is always going to be high on your list as a performer. And I think Punk's got to do it more than most.
Indeed. Indeed, he has. Also, Ace Austin and Chris Bay in Impact. Yeah, they're fantastic. I've watched a lot of Chris Bay and Ace Austin in Impact recently on our review shows, Sassy, as you know. And I think they're great. They really are. They've really won me over, actually, their recent matches. So Kevin Kelly addressing ring rust. Okay, hang on. I don't know if you guys answered my question. I had to go really bad. Do you guys think MJF should? No, yeah, I don't think so.
No, MJF I don't think will show up, but I think Kenta will.
Oh, they've got little hoods. They've got CMFTR hoods. That's quite cute.
Yeah. Misfit Gamer coming in with the facts this is CM Punk's first ever match in the United Center.
Oh, wow. Misfit Gamer's on it all the time. Thank you so much, mate. We're referencing CM Punk and Samoa Joe.
Probably one of the best Ring of Honor feuds ever.
Yeah, absolutely.
If not the biggest.
Indeed. Jay White and Dax starting us off.
So Sass is asking, did Blackpool Combat Club have a match at Forbidden Door? Not yet. Nothing's announced for Blackpool Combat Club. So we're still waiting. We're probably going to get something on Dynamite because how could you not have Moxley on there?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Or at least part of the Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah.
We have got Bryan Danielson versus Okada. So that's the only thing that we've got announced regarding the Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah, that is going to be amazing for sure. Big chop there from Jay White. Ooh, oh, my bloody headphones. Hang on, Dan.
Sassy wants Fred Rosser versus John Moxley. Which I think would be quite a good match.
I agree. Right, let's see if I can get back on this.
So if you want to look at it another way, it's Darren Young versus Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, I absolutely. Ross, he's
old school WWE fat guys.
Indeed, yeah. Darren Young was great. I always thought he was underappreciated in WWE as well.
Yeah,
great talent. Bullet Club Gold, of course. That's a good point. Jay White and Juice are Bullet Club Gold, the ultimate Bullet Club members. Oh, Dax there with a big clothesline. Dax, a good singles writer in his singles competitor in his own right as well. JR is here. A little bit of a hoarse voice, but he's great to hear JR on this commentary team. Saraya wasn't here tonight, Michael. We saw the other members of the Outcasts.
I think Fred Rosser at the time was one of the first openly
gay
wrestlers in WWE.
Was. Absolutely.
Which at the time, I think it was like 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
Was a big move.
It was.
But it didn't affect his career. I don't think he still was consistently one of the sort of best performers.
He was, yeah. And he's
Absolutely. Still going now in the ring.
He is. He's doing fantastically well. He's doing New Japan stuff's been amazing. It really has.
Yeah, I think
Murdoch
that
versus
really did reinvigorate his character.
I agree. Murdoch versus Claudio, or Claudio versus Kingston. Always Claudio versus Kingston. Mox versus Ishii. Yeah, the last match between them was brutal. What if the big ending is FTR turning on Punk? Yeah,
Nah,
I don't know. They've got to set up for Forbidden Door, haven't they? I think
it's going to be Kenta. I think that's the most obvious match on the sort of card at the minute that's not announced.
Samoa Joe enjoying Juice Robinson's disrespect there. The snotting on Cash Wilder. Of course, Samoa Joe, you got to remember, he's also had a successful time in Hollywood recently. He is King Shark in the new Suicide Squad video game that's coming out next year. He also is the body of Sweet Tooth, I believe it is, the clown who's in the video game adaptation of what's it called now? Somebody tell me. Twisted Metal. There you go.
Punk's just got a huge pop as he got the tag.
All right, Punk and Juice. Oh, beautiful power slam there. 1, 2, kick out.
No, I'm saying if FTR turn on Punk in Chicago, they may get strung up by the crowd.
Yeah. I'm noticing some elite chants here, Dan, as well.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, like I said right at the start, are looking at Punk and thinking that he's a very egotistical character, which you've got to be in the pro wrestling business.
Yeah.
But he sometimes takes it a bit too far.
Joe and Punk, man. Joe and Punk, the stuff of dreams, mate.
Could this be a match that's announced for Forbidden Door next week?
I would take it.
I'd take it all day long. We're going
Holy
holy
S
shit
word
chants. Samoa Joe with a ridiculous chop.
Yeah, man.
And again, ringing through the arena.
He's amazing. He is. He really is
and
amazing.
Third.
Yeah. You think about what Joe's done, though, since all that stuff, the WWE stuff.
Yeah.
He was, of course, very, very respected in WWE. These two people, Samoa Joe has to be held up as one of the greatest of all time, I think. In the next 5 to 10 years, I believe he will be in that conversation.
I mean, he's been going for 20 years, hasn't he? So, he's been world champion pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, is he in that conversation already? Samoa Joe, one of the greatest, certainly of the modern era. The last 20 years, is Samoa Joe one of the best to do it? Probably, I would say.
So, who else could you put into that conversation of the best workers of the past 20 years? You put Randy Orton, John Cena, Samoa Joe.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Yeah, AJ Styles.
AJ,
a lot of and I love saying this. We love saying this on Give Me a Whole Yeah because Impact are really supportive of us. A lot of these guys are Impact originals. AJ Styles.
Original TNA.
Samoa, TNA Impact, Samoa Joe, of course, To be honest, you got to remember CM Punk was an Impact too,
Yeah.
So all these guys have been in Impact at some point. Jay White was in Impact most recently.
But again, I don't think we got enough of Samoa Joe versus someone like Brock Lesnar.
No, but that was a brilliant match too. Joe, he was so good, Because
it was it Braun Strowman in that match as well?
What's that?
Was it Braun Strowman in the match as well?
Oh yeah, and Bray Wyatt was in there too. There was a fatal 4-way. Yeah. So Dax and Joe having a little chop off here.
Chop fest.
Dax and Joe having a nice little fight here. It's intense.
Dax being fired up by them kicks and chops.
Joe just firing up Dax. Dax just keeping going. This is big meaty men slapping meat, Dan.
Yeah.
There's Joe taking down Dax.
So just for people who are interested, if you do like the Bullet Club, you could always go to the Gimme a Hull Yeah spread shop where we have our own Bullet Club style t-shirt.
Yeah, we do. That's a good point. I need to get one of those.
And for people who really want to see it, there you go.
Yeah, man. That is pretty cool.
I quite like that one.
Yeah,
but if a Gimme a Hull Yeah Club shirt isn't your thing, we do have our baseball caps available.
Yeah, Sam rocks one of those, doesn't he?
And we've got our Kevin Owens inspired Gimme a Hull Yeah logo shirt.
Oh, dude, that's right. I've not seen that one yet. That's great. That's amazing.
Then we have got photos of myself, Dom, and Dan reacting to videos with the sketch as well. So you can always check them out.
Love those, man. I love that. I really love the Kevin Owens style one.
It's my favourite one I've done so far. If you do want to get one, I'll just put a link in the chat for people. So anything that you do buy on there, we do get a small percentage of the purchase price.
Absolutely.
But the money that we get goes straight back into funding the podcast as well.
Paying
it
for
does all help.
StreamYards. Paying for StreamYards. I need help paying for StreamYards, guys. So, and all the other subscriptions that we use to do this. I think I still got BT Sport so that you and Sam can do Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
I was looking at that and I was like, I don't do that anymore. But I was like, oh yeah, well the boys use it, so I've kept it up. So
the one thing that we do have on there, which there's only one person that's got an OG shirt, is the Hullamaniacs shirt available.
Of course, yeah.
Jack, one of our moderators, he's got the OG one, and I think he's the only person that actually got one of them ones.
He's the only person that got it because it got discontinued. WWE hit us with a copyright notice. Yeah, indeed. But we do. You can become a champion Hullamaniac with Sassy if you want. We do have tiers for you if you fancy supporting us. You can also become a hardcore Hullamaniac or a standard Hullamaniac, which of course Dan Reed is and Dex Baker is. So please do support us if you can. And obviously you can super chat us too if you want to. No ice cream with fudge and peanut butter. God damn it, you guys are all nailing the snacks. Dax being taken down with a lovely axe handle there by Juice. I love Juice's tights as well. They're very Rick Rude, aren't they?
Yeah, so colourful and airbrushed.
Dax being willed to the corner now.
Cash Wheeler in with Juice Robinson.
Big knee. Big forearm. Lovely roll through there. 2. Kick out by Juice.
Multiple punches in the corner on Juice Robinson.
Oh,
beautiful.
Lovely counter there, like a spine buster, yeah.
Jay White's just getting himself back on the apron.
Yeah, that was a beautiful spine buster counter there. That was amazing. Oh, Pug went for the elbow, that trademark elbow there.
Backbreaker from Cash Wheeler into the elbow from Punk. Gets a solid 2 count.
Picture in picture for you rest of you guys. We're on Fight. So we got a kick out there, a cover after that elbow, kick out by Juice. So Cash now they're now playing for time, of course, because we are in a break. Nice little basement drop kick there by Cash. Lovely chop by Cash as well. Cash is very underrated. Everyone talks about Dax, and Dax is great, but Cash is fantastic as well.
I don't think there is a pair of performers that complement each other so well.
Yeah.
Their styles, obviously, that is part of their gimmick, but the style of wrestling that they do is very late 80s, Four Horsemen style wrestling, I would call it. Because it's all very physical, it's very impactful. There's no high-flying stuff, which is obviously the Revival's mantra, no flips, just fists, from the WWE days. But they've still kept that same gimmick and style of wrestling because they wanted to be a throwback style of performance.
Yeah, that was their vibe. Of course it was.
And I think it suits them really well. It's a breath of fresh air when you do watch some matches because you have got, I don't want to sort of single them out, but the Young Bucks doing a lot of high-flying spots.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the storyline with the FTR and the Young Bucks was absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, it was amazing. Yeah, they did some incredible stuff.
Yeah. Because you could have people like Lucha Bros going up against the Young Bucks. You know it's going to be an exciting match because it's going to have a lot of high spots.
Yeah.
You look at a match like this, there isn't really a certified high flyer in the match, but it is still good, compelling action. It's not had a lull in the match, I don't think. Even with the commercial breaks, it's had stuff happening.
Yeah.
So you don't need the high-flying stuff to create exciting matches.
No, again, because they're all about ring psychology, aren't they, you know?
Yeah.
They're all about that ring psychology, and that's what you've got to remember.
So I don't know why, but it feels like I've watched so much wrestling tonight. Even though I do a Monday Night Raw 3-hour show, I think the commercial breaks, the lack of commercial breaks on this is really helping.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Absolutely, mate.
And I think that is the biggest sort of thing that I do have when I am doing a 3-hour Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Is we've been watching wrestling for the past 15 minutes? Solid.
Yeah.
With a WWE show, the main event officially starts at about 3:30 in the UK, so with about half an hour left. But with the commercial breaks and stuff like that, you're only seeing like 7 or 8 minutes of wrestling.
Yeah, man.
In a 30-minute slot, it does drain you.
It does, and you do a great job every single week. You're there doing it, and we appreciate you, man. And I'm sure
I try not to miss it. I enjoy watching Monday Night Raw. It does become a struggle, but it means I don't have to sit and watch it throughout the day. If you've got to go, Michael, hope you're feeling better soon. I shall see you Monday night. Got Samoa Joe in the ring.
Yeah, nice punches there. Those trademark Joe punches. Back elbows and kicks there as well. 1, 2, Punk getting in there.
Punk going in helps fire the crowd up.
Punk and Joe, man.
In comes Jay White. Yeah, supposedly he was quite upset about the WWE contract negotiations because he got told he was going to get sent an offer
Right.
And it took about 2 weeks for it to come through, and by that point, he'd already agreed terms with AEW.
Ah, right.
But supposedly it was WWE's lack of speed or communication that stopped him going to WWE.
Ah, right. Okay.
Because I reckon he could have got a fat paycheck from WWE
Oh, he
to
would have
stop
done,
him going
yeah.
to AEW.
Yeah, he would have done, yeah.
Because I'd sort of in my head booked his WWE debut.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think
after
I remember.
WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah, we were fantasy booking it there, I believe. Punk
We was
now
booking
getting
it at
in.
Mania. Punk in with slams to Jay White to Juice Robinson. Leg lariat.
Oh, nice leg lariat there by Punk.
Neck breaker to Juice Robinson.
Oh, yeah. Punk
And
and
another
Jay
swinging
White.
neck breaker
Another
to
one.
Jay White. Looks over at Joe before
Oh, nice. The knee.
rising knee in the
A
corner
knee
to
yeah.
Juice and
Awesome.
Jay.
Beautiful clothesline.
Punk calling for the GTS.
Yeah, nice. This is cool, man.
Where's Kenta? Where is Kenta?
Yeah, be a missed opportunity. Oh, there's the rake of the eyes by Jay White.
Jay White don't care. He'll play dirty if he has to. But Jay's absolutely ripped and shredded, isn't he?
I always wanted to see Jay White and CM Punk. Oh, nice kick there. Is he going to go for that
Punk is
elbow?
going up to the top. Oh, Juice Robinson knocks the ropes.
Juice. Yeah, Juice to Punk now. Selling for Juice there, taking him down. Good Bros and FTR is always a good fight. Yeah, absolutely. Good Brothers are fantastic. I saw them do some great work in Impact as well.
Jay White with a beautiful high-level Uranagi.
Yeah. 1, 2, kick out by Punk. Jay White setting up for the Blade Runner. Counter. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful
really strong clothesline.
Tagging in Dax here. Chops by Dax and Cash working on Jay White. Punk now in.
Cash gets the tag. Dax
nice splash.
Splash from Cash Wheeler. Elbow from Punk. Great
There's
combination. Great teamwork. Dax elevated Cash to the outside.
Yeah, love that. Joe's down.
Take out Joe. Beautiful.
I feel like that was a miscommunication. Punk ended up going for the cover.
Off timing. Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear about your stomach, Michael. Hopefully you feel better soon. Joe is in.
Joe's legal man, Punk legal man.
Joe with forearms to Punk. And now CM Punk fighting back. Both of them with big punches. Big forearm by Punk.
In comes Jay White. Takes down Punk.
Nice work by Jay White. The heels now. But now FTR coming in to save
All
Punk.
hell's breaking loose.
Punk and Joe legal now. Suplex. High knee by Punk. Are we going to see a GTS to Joe? No.
Punk was teasing it again.
Yeah, lovely. Coquina clutch on Punk.
Then comes Dax. Oh, Jay White catches him, stops the
Yeah,
interference.
Jay White catching him.
Cash on the other side. Jules Robinson
Cash on the other side, but being set. But, the FTR trying to get to Punk.
Tornado DDT to Cash. From Cash to Jules Robinson on the outside.
FTR trying to get to it. Oh, spear to Jay White and Dax saving Punk. Wow, that was close, man. Punk was going out.
Great combination.
Oh, beautiful. Big kick.
Shatter Machine. Big rig.
Shatter Machine.
Punk with a GTS to Jules Robinson.
GTS.
1, 2, 3 count. There we go. Great match.
Nice one. Nice one. Punk getting the win there. Fun fact, CM Punk has never beaten Samoa Joe. Yeah, that is a fun fact. I'm sure we'll get that.
Do we reckon we'll see Kenta?
Well, we've got 15 minutes according to I think it was Michael who checked on YouTube TV.
I don't know if it will be.
Don't know, we'll see.
Fine. If Kenta is to appear, that's a long segment, a 15-minute segment.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's how we end it.
Although you've got Collision next Saturday night, could they set it up then for the next following night?
Yeah, it could do. So that was it, Collision. Did your match of the night change, Dan?
Yes. Match
It
of the night
did,
main
okay.
event. It was absolutely fantastic.
Mine did not. I'm still giving it to Buddy and Andrade. In terms of a performer of the night, I might give that to Dax.
Yeah.
Dax is great. He's fantastic. Now we're getting some extra stuff. Punk and FTR in the ring on Fight, but then it's cut out. Oh yeah, that's what happens. It suddenly comes on and then it cuts out again. Punk and FTR celebrating in the ring. Guys, it has been an absolute pleasure to be back with you for a little bit. It's AEW Collision episode 1. We may or may not continue doing Collision episodes. We'll come back for special ones, whatever, but you can be sure for as long as they are able and they want to do it, Dan will be here on Monday nights covering Monday Night Raw. Anthony will be covering AEW Dynamite, and Sam will be covering SmackDown as well. Once again, we're running back our favorite matches. Favorite match of the night. Dan's favorite match was the main event: CM Punk and FTR versus Juice, Samoa Joe, and Jay White. Mine was Andrade, and Buddy. Performer of the night for me was Dax. I believe. Did yours change to Dax?
Yeah, I think Dax or Cash. It is so close between both of them. They both had some great spots in the match.
Yeah, I think you're right. Absolutely. And Sassy's just given us a grade, and I forgot about the grade. Daniel, grade of the night. So you did 7.5, I think, before the main event. What is it now?
Yeah,
Did that change?
I think it was 7 before. I'd go 7.5 now because the main event match was a solid match.
Fantastic, mate. Fantastic. Yeah, wonderful. I'm going to go 7.5. I think it was good. Didn't blow me away, but a great return for one CM Punk with a wonderful promo. Like I say, lovely to be back on the podcast. Lovely to cover this show. We've got some good stuff coming up over the next few weeks. So keep it tuned in onto this channel. It is 3:03 in the morning. I am going to bed because I'm up in the morning and I feel quite ill. So yeah, see you guys later. Is there anything you'd like to add before we finish up, Dan?
The only thing I've got to say is if you do want to know when we are going live again, if you do tick the notification bell on YouTube, you will get a notification when we are going live for anything. Whether it is a Monday Night Raw stream, Dynamite, SmackDown, pay-per-view premium live event. We also do have the WWE 2K23 that Ant does. I sometimes do unboxing videos for Pro Wrestling Tees, Pro Wrestling Crate. So if you want to see some of the swag I get, tick that notification bell.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for all the hard work you do on the channel, of course. Thank you to Anthony, thank you to Sam, and thank you to you guys, the Hulkamaniacs, our wonderful community, whether you are watching us now or whether you come back to this episode. We are very proud to have you. So good night, everyone. This has been AEW Collision episode 1. We're going to see some exciting stuff going forward. CM Punk is back and the wrestling landscape has changed. So let's see what happens in the future, Dan. Thank you for joining me, and we will see you soon. Are you ready to count us down, Dan? Or I'll count us down and do the jazz hands. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you later. Oh yeah. Let's see. We're gonna have to outros. We'll go with Sammy. Bye, guys.
Hello, welcome. And give me a hell yeah. Give me a whole yeah. Give me a whole yeah. From the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara. Cheers to everyone watching in Yorkshire and beyond. Hope you guys have a great day from the Spanish God. Shout out to Dom. Shout out to Anthony. You guys are smart because you're fans of me. And anyways, have a great day.